Hi everyone. Recently, we had a very big announcement in the world of chess. The announcement of a new chess tour and a new world title. It was done together with FIDE and Norway Chess. In this picture, you see the FIDE president Arkady Dvorkovich in the center with Kjell Madland, the CEO and co-founder of Norway Chess, and Benedicte, who's also the COO and one of the forces behind Norway Chess. And today it gives me immense pleasure that we are interviewing the man behind Norway Chess, who is here with us. Hello, Shell.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Shell, the world of chess has been very much talking about this big news that has come out, the new World Championship Tour. It's called the Total Chess World Championship Tour, which Norway Chess has launched it in collaboration with FIDE. Uh, what are your thoughts about it? Every tournament organizer, be it let's say Norway Chess or Tata Steel Chess, they're thinking about this tournament that they are organizing and it keeps on growing. But here it's the next step that you have taken to organize a tour and make it into a world title. Firstly, what are your feelings here?
Yeah, for us, it have been very exciting to do this agreement. We have worked with this for a while, of course. I start to develop this system and this thoughts a year, 1.5 years ago, I think. And I presented to Arkady August last year. So it have been for a while. We have discussed this and, of course, tried to figure out the best way to do everything. So for us, when we signed the deal 2 weeks ago, it was fantastic.
What was your inspiration to do this idea? Where did it come from?
Well, we have always tried to do development things in Norway Chess from the beginning. It have been very important for us to try to stay in front and be a part of developing chess, both for players and for audience and for TV and different kind of OTT platforms, because we think that if you should get more money into chess and develop chess, it's very important to have more audience and more exciting tournaments. Yeah, so well, we have done that since the beginning in Norway Chess, and now it was time to do something much, much bigger. So that's the reason.
Yeah, and it's not easy to sort of grow like this. You're doing one event in a year now. All of a sudden, you have to do four events. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of new things coming your way.
Yeah, of course, it's a lot of work. And in many ways, it's now the work will begin, because now we will start to get investors on boards and try to get more and bigger sponsors and media deals and all these things, and also to try to find the best locations for this. Maybe for some of the locations, maybe for many years, maybe some for only 1 year. We will see what happens. But of course, it's a lot of work, so we need a lot of good people on board to do this together with us.
That's amazing. One of the questions that I had on my mind is the tour has four events in all, right? Three events which are going to be held as the part of the tour, and then the finals. And the
Yeah.
prize money is mentioned as $2.7 million. That is huge. To how do you think about raising so much money? Like, what are your thoughts there?
Well, first of all, it's a world championship tour, and of course that's a huge value on this. So, well, we will try to find big sponsors, so global sponsors, and also to do global media deals, and also try to find good investors in every country and to collaborate with everyone in also cities, host cities, and it's a big value to do tournaments like this, because for the organizer, for the city, the host city, and for the sponsors, of course, when there is so many people who are watching, and this is a global sport, so the value is very high. So we will try to do the best for raise a lot of money into this. And in the beginning, we need some investors to be a part of this, to help us to build everything. But we hope that this will raise enough money from sponsors and media deals that this could be a great success also for the host cities, and of course for the players, because it's very important to build something who is big for the sport and to raise more money into the sport.
Yes, I think this is really cool, finding investors, raising money. From your experience of Norway Chess, is it possible to create a model where you're financially sustainable? Because you can sort of have investors and create the tour, but it would be, I think, a huge and a very important thing to make it financially sustainable. And I believe in Norway Chess you've managed to bring in very innovative ways of raising funds before. Like for example, I see that there is a deal with OTT platforms. It is broadcasted there. Could you share a bit of this experience, maybe having sponsors on board? Do you think it's possible?
Yes, I think we wouldn't do this if we don't thought it was possible, of course. But but you have always, it's always important to start with the concept, with what are you selling? What is the value for the sponsors and for the media? And if we can succeed to make good tournament who is very interesting for the players and for the audience, and many people are watching, and this is exciting from the first move, it will be much easier. So I think that what happened in chess have been that many tournaments, and in the chess world maybe it have been usual to think about to sell it as is, like it is, and that's not possible. If you get interest, you have to do it exciting, and that's also what we have succeeded to do with Norway Chess, because we have done a lot of new things with this confession booth, and with the time control and new point system to push for victories, and also this Armageddon when you get a draw. Of course, that's pushing a lot of to let the players try to win, not only play for a draw. And I think that's very important, and also that you know how long the games will be, because when TV stations are looking for something to send on TV, they need to know how long will this be. You can't say it can be 3 hours, it can be 7 hours, you don't know. That's not possible. So you have to start with the concept, and then find the concept who is interesting for media and for the audience. And then it's much easier to get sponsors on board.
Very interesting, and I think there's a lot to learn for everyone out there from this. How important was it for you to have work with FIDE and to have this world title for this entire tour? Because you could very well have launched a tour on your own. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, from my perspective, I felt there was something missing in the chess world, because in many sports, there is a lot of different type of titles you can win, world championship titles. And in chess, I felt that it's we have talked to players and audience and sponsors in the years we have done this. And from my perspective, I felt that chess needed a total concept to find the best chess player overall. I think that's very important. And when you have a tour, of course, a tour is very interesting, but this is the highest quality you can have when you have a title, of course. In all sports, the players are fighting for titles. That's normal. And here you can win a championship title. That's very, very important.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited that there is a world title on the line, but also a bit of confusion out there with, having the classical title, this new title. Where do you see it fitting into the current sort of world championship titles that already exist, which is the classical world title, the rapid world title, and the blitz world title? These are already there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's when you have more chess, more interesting games, and also different types of titles, then it will be maybe more players coming into this, because maybe there is some players out there who is good on total, but they are not so good only in this or this. And I think for the audience and for the players, this will be very, very interesting. And in the historic perspective, the classical will always be on the top, because there is so much history, and I think it's very important to protect this. And also when we have different kind of championships, games and titles and everything, I think chess will grow, because there will be more chess on different platforms. And it's like if you have football, soccer, something like that, people like to watch it regularly. Mm-hmm. And I think that will also be the same for chess. So hopefully it will be very good for chess in total, not only for this new format we are coming with.
That's very exciting and interesting. How this, you mentioned how this word total came into being. I see that you wanted something that has total in it, not just classical but fast classic, rapid and blitz. But then when you were discussing about the world title, why wasn't it named as the total world champion, and why was it mentioned as the FIDE world combined chess champion?
Yeah, well, of course it's like the tour is a total thing, and when you have this title in the end, I think it was also it's also the way you can see this from all perspectives, that maybe it was better to have this combined word for FIDE, and for to also to protect a little bit about this classic title. Yeah, it was a part of the deal with FIDE that this was the name, and I think it describes it very well. So hopefully it will be good, and everyone will understand when we start with this. So we will also come with more details soon, because there is still some things to discuss with in the regulations and all these things. So we have a group with good people who are looking at all the details. So that's also important.
Right. I was going through the regulations and I saw that 2026 will have a pilot event. If you could tell your thoughts about it, will it be in Norway? Maybe Norway Chess will be that pilot event. Is it true? And yeah, maybe first that, and then I wanted to ask a little bit more about the regulations.
Yeah, well, Norway Chess will be held in May, June, like this year, with 6 players men and 6 players women. So it will be the same as this year. Nothing is different. Um, but the pilot we will have will be in September, October next year. So we are trying to find a good host city for that. And then we will have this with 24 players coming in and try and test the system to see how everything works together.
Have you thought about how to sort of bifurcate this 24 spots, because it looks very interesting. You have, it is mentioned that it's by rating that the players will be selected, but then there will be also spots which will be through qualification from different events. This seems like a great possibility to integrate many tournaments together, to create new events, maybe to have online qualifiers, offline. Just can you share your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think it's very important to do qualifications in different ways. So the first will start with the Rapid and Blitz tournament, the World Championship
Oh,
this
in
year.
Qatar.
So winners will be qualified to the total chess to the tour. Yeah. So that will start with this, and also there will be maybe from the circuit system, from and you mentioned rating, and from maybe different tournaments. So hopefully we can build together something who is good for chess overall, because that's what we want to. We want to protect other tournaments, not to destroy anything. We need to find in the calendar, put it in the calendar so we can protect other tournaments and maybe work together with them, because the best thing is if all tournaments can be there and we can work a little bit together. That would be the best. So and the qualified system, we will try to figure out directly which tournament now who will qualify. So I think it will be answering on these questions maybe in 2 months, 3 months.
But I personally think that's a lot of interesting opportunities and work that is involved, because you could collaborate with so many events. You could talk to them and bring in, like, the, as you said, the World Rapid and Blitz. That's the FIDE event which will qualify, but there are other strong events happening. So is that on the horizon, or will it be something that you will yourself create more events out of it?
No, I think we want to collaborate with others. That's very important, and to support others. I think we will have enough with this 4 tournaments. I think that would be enough for us, and of course, it's good if we can collaborate with others who have other organizers.
Right. I wanted to go
Hmm.
through a couple of points here which are mentioned. The last, especially the last one, which is the titles and honors. What was the thinking behind this Golden Knights, Golden Rook, Golden King? These titles. Can you share about it?
Yeah, well, there is a lot of things happening in my head, so this was one of the things. But I think it was to try to create something who could be very easy to understand. This is a part of a very important chess tournament, and to try to find out different ways to describe that you win a golden rook if you have all these points together on the if you win if you win a golden knight to win one location. And you can, of course, win 3 different golden knights if you are very lucky and good. But the player who win most points through the first 3 locations will win this golden rook. And this golden rook will give more money and also this prize. And of course, when you are winning the title, you be a world champion, of course, then you have to win the golden king. So it's a way to describe it. And also, well, it's nice to have some knights in your house and maybe some rooks and of course kings. So that's a way to describe it. And also it's a beautiful thing. It's a chess piece. So like this.
Oh, you already have like the prototype, yeah, of it.
Yeah, but it will be different colors, of course. Yeah.
It's amazing. I had a conversation with the FIDE president, Arkady Dvorkovich, and he mentioned about this contract or this agreement being for 8 years and also can be extended for another 8 years in future. How important was it for you to get such a long timeline? Like, you generally have like 3 years or 5 years, but 8 years, that's a very long one.
Yeah, hopefully 8 plus 8 and maybe more. But it's very important because when you are building something, hopefully very big, it's important that you have a long perspective on this, because we will get on board investors and sponsors and media, and of course, if all of them should build something and invest a lot of money into this to help us to build this, it's not easy if you only have 3 years perspective, or so that's not possible. So that's a very important thing when you are talking with sponsors, media, and investors, that it should be for a long-term contract.
Right. One of the things that Norway Chess has done incredibly well is to have both, open event and also women's event with same prize fund and so on. So I'm pretty sure that's also on your mind here, to have something similar for women's, or maybe to have spots for women players in this tour. Could you share about that? What's going on in your mind about it?
Well, in the beginning, it will be, of course, possible for women to be a part of this tour, but we will continue to have a strong women tournament like Norway Chess. We will continue with that, and hopefully, it's possible to in the future have the same system with a exactly like tour in this with a title also for women. I hope for that, of course. We have worked a lot to have equal prize money and to have everything equal, because we think that's very important for chess and for women and for everyone. So hopefully we can come to this also in the future. We will see, hopefully.
Right. And, one of the things that has led to Norway being such a big sort of name in the world of chess is Magnus Carlsen. And everyone's very curious about him, two parts to this. Was there any part of him that inspired this tour? And the second is, will he participate in this tour?
Well, Magnus didn't do anything about this before 2 days after we signed the contract with FIDE. So he was very surprised, and I think he was also happy and liked it, because I think he he liked this system and this way to think. And also other players, we have discussed this with Gukesh and Dingliren and VG and different.
I saw a quote by Ding Liren on the Norway Chess socials, and it was very nice to see that he said, "I will play here." Everyone was happy to see it.
Yeah, and I think that because we have talked to players through the years and discuss with not only with Magnus but the players, every players, and I think that this could be some of the important things in future for chess. And I think many of the young players are thinking about faster formats and also the media and the sponsors and everything, like I mentioned earlier. So I think not all the players, but many players will like this, I think. And because when we have talked to them earlier, we have discussed things like that. So it's not only a thing we are thinking is the best thing. I think that many in the chess world have thought about things like this. So, and hopefully Magnus will play. Of course, we want that, and all the best players, and we wish they will play, all of them.
And because this tour is going to be over 4 events and held in different places, I personally am excited if it can come to India as well. Is there some thoughts on those lines? Maybe with Indian chess also rising pretty rapidly, do you have some ideas there?
Yeah, of course, India is very important for chess, for the chess players and the audience and everything. So, and hopefully we can succeed to have one of this or more in India. So we hope there will be interest from many different cities and organizers and sponsors and investors. So hopefully we will succeed to do that. So, and we are already talking to some possible host cities.
It's amazing. I remember you had come to Mumbai before the Norway Chess last year and done a press conference there.
Yeah. So, of course, I knew this then, but I couldn't tell anyone.
Right. And I wanted to know a bit, and maybe the viewers as well, about you as a person, about your chess background. How is it that you are so into chess, passionate about chess? Could you share a bit about yourself?
Well, me personally, I'm not a chess player, and I think that in some way a good thing, because I'm not thinking about everything on the chessboard. I'm thinking about different things around to do it exciting for audience and everyone. But of course, I know a little bit about chess and discuss a lot about this with players and many people. And everything started. I was following my son. He was a good chess player. He is a good chess player, but not playing so much. But he won the national champion once, and he have been good, a good player. And of course, when I followed him around when he was a kid and was young, he's still young, but he's not playing often anymore. Right. Only from time to time. So yeah, I was.
Is he a title player? Can you tell us a bit about him? What's his name?
He have about 2,100. It depends. 2,000, 2,100 in rating. Yeah.
Got it. And so he was your kind of gateway into chess. His interest into chess got you thinking about what are the different possibilities that can be explored.
Yeah. Yes. And I saw there was a lot of work to do to build this. I was earlier in the football industry. I was CEO in a football club in Norway in many years, and of course, and also when I was after I quit there, there was some people from the chess community asking me to help them to get some money into chess. So I have been involved in small things, but then I hoped to do something much bigger. So that's the way it started.
It's very interesting that someone who was in football comes into chess and then does something bigger there. So you basically believe in chess becoming a spectator sport. You believe in the power of chess to grow and bring in sponsors and money.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a great chance for chess to be a main sport in the future, because there is so many people all over the world, and from very young to very old people, men and women and everything, who is interested in chess. And also it's interesting that a lot of people who have who is CEOs and have a lot of uh, education, and also they who are on the top on companies who is interested in chess. And that's also a very big opportunity for chess, because you can reach the right people who decide who they will give money. So I think that's also a very important thing to think about.
Brilliant. Shell, it was an absolute pleasure talking to you. Before I let you go, I have to ask you one final question. There are organizers all across the world trying to do events, trying to grow chess. Norway Chess is looked upon by many as perhaps one of the best, maybe the best event in the world of chess in terms of organization. What would be your advice or pointers to these organizers that they should think about deeply?
Well, it's always important to think about the players, to let them feel that they have only one thing to think about, and that's to play chess. That's very important, to do it everything around easy for them, with the hotel, and to drive them, and to eat and get good food and healthy food and all these things, and let them feel they are protected, and all these things. And also to build it if you see it from outside, think that, okay, if you didn't know about chess, then you should see it on TV, or you should be a spectator on the arena. Try to think about how would I like it to be. You have to work with the details and do everything easy and understandable and all these things, and also to try to build up the players to be stars, because you need that uh, the audience and everyone should understand how big this is when you have the best players in an event. How big this is! It is huge, and then you have to build everything up so they can feel it, and the audience can feel it and understand it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this, and also thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to speak with you to understand the workings of this new tour, and I wish you all the success in this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm joined here by the co-founder and CEO of Norway Chess, Benedicte. Hello, Benedicte.
Hello, Sagar.
It's a pleasure meeting you. I have just interviewed Kjell, and we spoke about the total chess world championship tour that's going to happen. And it was very interesting to get his thoughts on this subject. What about you? How are you feeling about this new development?
Well, I'm feeling probably as great as Kjell without knowing what he said, but we are of course super proud and happy that we managed to do this, or at least we haven't started yet, but that we made this possible because we've been working on Norway Chess for such a long time, and we have had a dream to expand, to go to new countries, and now I think with the new concept, it's just on a way bigger level than we first dreamt of. So we're feeling good at the office these days.
Yes, and I wanted to talk about exactly the Norway chess because I think the first edition was it 2014 when it began?
It was 2013.
2013. So it's
Yeah,
been like 12 years since it's happening.
yeah.
And it's one of those events that the chess world is always looking forward to. And, I can tell you how big the impact is because recently I was in USA in St. Louis, and there's the St. Louis Chess Club, which is amazing, and there's a restaurant right opposite called Kingside Diner, and
Mhm.
inside it were pictures from the rest day of one of the Norway chess, where you had this food, where all the grandmasters had become chefs. In fact, it's one of my favorite rest day pictures, like these pictures.
Ah,
This is one of them. I believe there was also a picture of Ding Liren there, and also this recently, this photo of Gukesh and Ju Wenjun uh, in their cowboy hats on the rest day of Norway Chess 2025 has become so iconic. So there's definitely something about Norway chess which is much deeper than just chess. And I want to understand from you, what is it that makes Norway chess so special, and how are you able to give this experience to the players and to the world of chess?
yeah. First of all, when we had our first tournament in 2013, chess was not as popular outside of the chess world. So a lot of people that came to watch tournaments and so on, they were in the part of the chess community. So our goal from the very start was to try to reach out to new people and show them that chess is fantastic, fun to play, fun to watch. And so we had to do a lot of things to kind of open up the space so that we could have audience come in and find it entertaining to follow.
Mhm.
We did a lot of things to make it more known that this chess tournament was going on. So of course, by inviting the top players, that obviously helps to have all of those amazing top players gathered in one place. And then we took them, we did several rounds in different venues. That also helped. And then so we built like a concept that was part of making the players more known to people, get to know them a little bit better. That's also a reason why we created Norway Chess Games that you just described, where we take them out for some activity each year. We do something different. So it's not so much for not only for the players themselves to enjoy the rest day, but it's also for everyone else to see the players from a different perspective
Mm.
and to get to know them on they see the players very concentrated in front of the chessboard. So yeah, and I think it has it's many factors, but we also try to be as professional as possible when we organize the tournament, so the players feel respected and well taken care of on all levels. So they can really focus on what's most important, which is the tournament. But then also to create, an atmosphere where everyone is relaxed and feel like they can, yeah, talk to each other, meet new people, not only the players, but a tournament that lasts for about 2 weeks, there's a lot of different people there and they're all there for chess. So it's always nice to create an environment where everyone can meet, connect. talk. A lot of great things happen at Norway Chess. People meet, start new projects, lots of things happen. So
True. Yeah, I am aware of it. My team has been there for a couple of years, and they've always come back with very positive feelings. You spoke about these Norway games, which is a 1 day event. It's like on the rest day when. But I feel like even to make that happen requires like intense planning. It's like one event on its own, right?
yes, absolutely. So during Norway Chess, excluding the 10 rounds, we have about like 30 events.
Wow,
It's
30 events.
30, yeah. And it's for, we have a kids tournament, we have an open tournament, we have a Norway Summit, which is a business conference. We have events for sponsors, for politician that supports us, and Norway Chess Games, yeah, that's one of them. So yeah, it's a lot of planning for sure, and it helps that now we have organized Norway Chess for some years now, so of course we are quite we know what to do. But of course, every year we have to develop, we have to come up with some new things, and of course, behind the scenes, we always see things that we want to improve, and that we have to be creative to come up with new things. So that's why it's definitely a full-time job to plan for a tournament that's only once a year.
Right.
A lot of people, even people in that's very into chess or work in chess some way, they're also very surprised that we are actually working full time, and but yeah, we have that's been necessary for many years.
And I believe like when you want to get sponsors and when you want to give value to them or partners, it's
Yeah.
very important to kind of plan it, right? Like every particular sponsor that comes in requires a different way in which value can be added to them and so on.
Yeah. Absolutely. So sponsors are one of the most important things to us because we have always had a need to find sponsors. We never had um, someone supporting us, just one wealthy person, or don't have a memorial fund or anything like that. So we've always been our big work has been to find sponsors. And we always try to find sponsors that's on board for more than 1 year at a time, so we don't have to start the process again every year. And we do have sponsorship packages, so you know more or less in what price range, what content you will receive as a sponsor. But of course, every sponsor is different, and like you're saying, they have different needs and wants, and so we tailor make quite a bit as well, as long as it's inside the range of the package, sort of.
Amazing, amazing. I think Altibox is someone who had become like synonymous to Norway Chess for several years. I don't know if they're still the sponsors of Norway Chess.
And Altibox is such a great example of a sponsor that's got a lot out of being part of Norway Chess. They were part from the beginning and for quite some years, and they were a title sponsor. But they haven't been part of Norway Chess for at least like I think about 5 years now. So and they're still getting associated with Norway Chess. So it's beneficial if you're a long-term partner. You get a lot out of it.
Absolutely. And I think with Total Chess Tour that you have now, you will have to sort of work even more because there are so many events to organize across many different locations in the world.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of hard work, and we have to grow a little bit. It's been Kjell and I for so many years, and now we have a couple more employees. And now we have to hire some more people to work with us on all kinds of things, event planning and finding sponsors and so on, because the work will be much more, but it will also be different. I know we are very familiar with hosting Norway Chess in Stavanger, but now we have to do tournaments in completely different countries. And yeah, so that will be a big challenge, of course, but I think still with all the experience that we have, we don't start from scratch, but it's all about finding the right partners and people to work with on different locations. And also for sponsors, I mean, a lot of sponsors probably want to be on board for more than just one tournament and be part of the whole tour, maybe. So there's a whole nother international aspect now to it. Even though Norway Chess is an international brand and tournament, it's on another level this time.
Absolutely. And as Kjell told us, the Norway Chess event will also continue. So it's not like that one will stop and this will take over in 2026. You will have a pilot event of the tour. So that will happen. Plus, the Norway Chess will also happen.
Yes. So we get kind of a mild start next year with 2 events, because in 2027 we have 4 events. So we'll do Norway Chess in May, June as normal, and then the pilot, as you're saying, in I think it will be around in September, October next year.
And since the announcement has happened like roughly, I think, couple of weeks ago, has there been any interests that have come to you? Is it something that you've already begun working on?
When we didn't start working on anything really before we made the announcement, because everything was so top secret. So we couldn't really approach too many people like sponsors or host cities. Like we really had to wait. So since we announced it about 2 weeks ago, that's when the work really started for us. And we have been approached by some people and from different countries that want to work with us on different things. So that's been very nice, and we are very open to where we should go. We have lots of events, and we want to be in many different places. So we can always get in touch with more people. So that's really the work that we're doing now.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Benedicte, for your time and also for giving us some of the secrets and reasons why Norway Chess is an event that is loved by so many people. And also now with the Total Chess Tour coming in, I think people are going to enjoy a lot more coming from you.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank everyone in all your followers and fans in ChessBase India. We have so many fans from India, and it's really an important country for us, and we love our fans in India.
Thank you.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.